Townsend, I think his name is, and Marjorie Harvey's ex-husband, end up doing an interview with Tasha K. And I seen it on Anton Daniels' channel or whatever. I don't really watch Tasha K channel. She just, it is what it is. We know what it is, man. It's just a little bit too messy for me, bro. But he played a little bit of the clip of the interview or whatever, and he basically was snitching, bro. So apparently he admitted that, he cut once 3 days before he got married to Steve Harvey's ex-wife, Steve Harvey's current wife. She cut off all communication to him. Now, apparently Steve Harvey asked Obama to commute his sentence, whatever. He ended up getting out early. Don't know the specifics about that. But what kind of opened the door for him to come back, it sounded like what opened the door for this interview to happen was his interview with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay. And now he's speaking out. But I'm not even going to per se talk about the interview, because I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting seeing, Steve Harvey giving women advice on men and giving men advice on women, and it turned into a movie, Think Like a Man and all that type stuff. And it is what it is. The thing about it is, you can't apply basic principles to all men, or just even all black men. All black men want something different, bro. Real talk. No, none of us think alike, think the same. Some of us think alike on certain matters, but I got some homies that like the game. I got some homies, I grew up, some homies used to go to the club. Some homies used to like to dance in the club. Some homies want to start fights in the club. I have some homies that just wanted to get their money, order a pizza, game, and have the freaks come over, or they was I'm grinding right now. Some homies that went back to school. So everybody, you know what I'm saying? Shit is different. But but the thing about this interview was that this dude was snitching. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on the interview that I seen, right? So he basically said, and I'm gonna get to the point of the video too. He basically was saying that he was snitching, but he said 3 days, he was with her, and she didn't even know he was married, for one. For women to be, and I don't be buying that shit, for women to be investigative and not know they with a married man, their signs was there, right? 2, he said that, he cut off all communications with her 3 days before she got married to Steve Harvey. So Steve Harvey game was tight in that, and he said he ain't spoke to her in years, but their kids had a relationship before she got married to Steve. Steve was, she was, in communication. Every time he called, he pick up whatever, and all that type of stuff, right? Then, long story short, excuse me, allergies. But long story short, he started basically snitching. He snitched. He basically said that, she, I'm saying for him, she allegedly continued to do business with his plug, right? And he said, oh, I'm speculating, but he meant allegedly did business with his plug. He also said he left the paperwork that, in the paperwork, he protected her or something like that. He protected her in the paperwork and took shots for her in the paperwork, whatever, or, made sure she was good in the paperwork. And he was insinuating, allegedly, that she basically took the plug onto her next dude. So she kept working with his plug and the next dude and whatever. He talked about how he got 3 strikes and stuff. But then he goes into how politicians and him was going into buying Amico stores, and he started naming politician names, and he started naming, the plug name. He started snitching. Like this is what he doing, snitching. He's snitching. Right? And it was straight up from the clips I heard. He straight up snitching. He was saying names. He basically said she still was busting down shit and still carrying on with the plug. I'm speculating, but he really meant to use allegedly. But You know what he's saying? He said, "Well, I left the paperwork on the bed," and then Tasha K said, "Tomorrow we get the paperwork." You understand why she getting sued too? And she continue to fuck with Cardi B, which I gotta side with Cardi B on this one. And the more and more I learn more about Cardi B, kind of hear her talk, cool, you know, but women don't know how to take their L's. That's one thing that, and I can say I learned about women, bro. They don't like to be exposed. They like roaches. You know, back in the 90s, used to be about bed bugs. Now, I know people still got roaches, but you turn the lights on, roaches scatter everywhere and shit. Women like roaches when it come to getting exposed. You know, I done had women step to me and I'd be like, yeah, you know, somebody asked her, how y'all get together? Like, oh, she shot at me. That ain't how it happened. And it be straight up lying. I hate to be exposed. And they hate to take their losses, bro. They can't take their losses. That's why you had a joke going around, which is the actual real thing, where they can't say, I'm sorry, I was wrong. They don't take accountability. You know? But she can't take her L. But the thing about it is, these old dudes be on the internet, misusing, snitching on the internet, dry snitching on the internet, telling they stuff on the internet more than the newer generation. You hear niggas like, my dad, we ain't snitch, we ain't do this, bruh. With this technology, go on Vlad TV. Fuck that. You know, forget, you know, go on Vlad TV. You had one dude who was there for the 50 Cent Ja Rule fight they had in the elevator in Atlanta or something like that. And he was talking on Vlad TV. I think he passed away since now, though, but RIP. He talked about how he used to be a bank robber back in the day. You had another kid who they say died, never confirmed it. He was just on Vlad TV talking about how they, you know, how he sent the jacker home. He sent him to his home going. Dude that was trying to jack him and shit, he sent him to his home going and shit. You got to catch my drift. These, I mean, people, you know, young and old misuse the internet. These old dudes be the main ones. You mean, you see these old bodyguards telling stories about how it was. Like, they want to be in front of the camera. They want to tell their story. Everybody want to be the front man. Oh, 20 years ago, Puff did this, and you know, this was Chug did this. These old niggas misusing the internet more than anybody else. And they go around talking about, I ain't never snitched on nobody. I ain't never told nobody. But they telling the story. No matter how much immunity you think you got, or immunity you got, snitching don't have a expiration date. These dudes be on here telling everybody business, they business, the whole nine, bro. These older people these old heads misuse the internet more than the young people do. And that's an actual fact, bro. And they want the younger generation to respect them and respect the code that they live by and shit. And how we gonna respect the code that they live by when they can't, they snitching right now? So you know all these old dudes that snitch. You know all these old dudes that snitch, bro. Because they go on the internet, they go on these interviewers and these platforms, man, and they tell, bro. So if you telling to a cameraman and you telling this stuff, you told back in the day. Oh yeah, nigga, you know, I clapped 20 niggas on Broad Street, bro. And you out talking about it, you snitch. You know, and that's another thing that women that women really respect about a dude who don't kiss and tell too. You young, you gonna do, oh shit, I hit Keisha. Like, you know, it is what it is. You tell the homeboys you hit Keisha, you know it is what it is. Most of the niggas gonna try to hit Keisha like that. Mark my words. Or try to get her friend to do the same thing she did. We know how the game go. When you get older, bro, like, it ain't shit to brag about. Hitting it, and ain't shit about it. It should be expected after a while. But these dudes out here on the internet, they talking. These old heads talking. And how you gonna show these younger generations? How you gonna show them the way? You know, how you gonna show them the way, bro? And you run, and they running their mouth. This man went on there to he didn't go to a hip hop, and he went to the Gossip Queen. He went to the Gossip Queen to help pay her Cardi B bill. So it ain't like you went on no Math Hoffa show and dropped some jewels on shit and whoopty blam, or you went to a real nigga platform or whatever, and you telling the youth not to do this, and you talking about the mistakes you made, and oh man, don't do this, don't do that. You gonna do this what you couldn't expect. It wasn't no cautionary tale. This dude was an old bitter man. The old girl, carried on, and she happy and she leveled up. She went from, and he had a 3-strike rule too. He had 3 strikes too, and she leveled up from you to Steve Harvey. You know what I'm saying? And of course, it's natural to be a little bit bitter and shit, and a little bit. It happens though. You see girls move on. Like I said, I had girls that move on that I knew was healthy for me to move on with, and they get with somebody else, and you just like, the little bitterness kick in. But even though she wasn't good for you, it wouldn't work. You know what I'm saying? Or you kind of like, but shit, man, you gotta shake that. You gotta recover, bro. You gotta shake that shit, bro. You can't let that bitterness turn to jealousy, and that jealousy turn to envy, and that envy turn to hatred. Shit, when I move on from somebody, I got nothing bad to say about you, bro. Don't start, nothing won't be. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. The shit didn't work. What did Rick Ross say? He said deposit 100 stacks, break up, don't take it back. I knew it wouldn't work, baby. I just like to live. I ain't about that life, but yeah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about nobody, bro. I don't even want no drama, bro. But these people they be hurt, bro. And this is instead of going to talk to somebody, this is his way. This is his therapeutic release. And it shit do hurt. She go on, you get caught up. She talk to you every day. The kids, you still good with the kids, and then one day she get married, and even he was in the same situation. If he was in Steve Harvey's shoes and Harvey was in his shoes, and Harvey was like, oh, you gotta stop fucking with dog. We gonna get married. What you gonna do? Steve Harvey legit. You ain't gotta go back to doing bullshit no more. He legit. So what you gonna do? You gonna be like, yeah, you gonna cut it off. You gonna have her cut it off. You ain't gonna be talking to this nigga. I'm paying all your bills and shit. You ain't gonna be talking to this nigga. Still, your kids can have a relationship, but y'all ain't got nothing to speak on no more. And Steve Harvey asked Obama to commute him. You still gonna be bitter. You carrying on with a woman that was my woman. And I got caught slipping, but you gotta move on, bro. Get a therapist. This ain't the way. And this is why the youth don't respect shit now, because the generation that handed them the baton, before them, look what the foo-foo shit they doing right now. So all respect go out the window. So it is what it is, man. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Check the real one-on-one playlist out. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.